So we're doing something slightly different in English today. We're not doing phonics, we're doing reading comprehension, and this is called Reading Ninja. So let's see what Reading Ninja is all about. Oh, here's our little ninja buddy. So let's get started. Let's read the text first, and then we'll see if we can answer some questions. Okay? I'll read it and you can follow along. So I've got a little pointer here which helps. Humans have 5 basic senses. They help us to see, that's number 1, hear, smell, touch, and taste our world. We use our eyes for sight. We use our sight to read, watch films, and see our families. We also see danger. We use our ears for hearing. They let us hear things like music and talking, so you're listening to me now. We can also hear sirens and fire alarms. We use our noses for smelling. They let us smell things like food and flowers. We can also smell dangerous smoke and gas. Next page of our text. We feel touch with our skin. We can feel things like smoothness and softness. We can also feel if things are hot or painful. We use our tongues for taste. We can taste things like sugar, salt, and sour lemons. We can also taste if food has gone bad. Our senses help us understand things around us. They can also keep us safe. So in the story there were 5 senses. Okay, so I'm going to draw number 5 here. Can you remember any of them? You can pause the video now and you can talk about the 5 senses. Okay, so let's see. If we start, most of the senses are on our face, not all of them are, but if we start at the top and we go down, we have got our eyes. So we've got the sense of sight. Here's a wobbly eye that I've drawn here. Now, we've done our eyes. Now what else is on our face? Our nose. So we've got our sense of smell. Bit of a wobbly nose. Then what else have we got on our face? We have got our ears. So we've got our sense of hearing. The last thing on our face is we've got our sense of taste, which is with our mouth. So I'm going to put a tongue sticking out up there. Okay? The other thing we've got, which is all over our body, is we've got our skin, which helps us touch things and feel things. So I'm going to draw a hand. Oh, very hard to draw with this mouse. Very wobbly drawings. So we've got our 5 senses. We've got sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. There are 5 senses. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at a picture of the 5 senses, and these are much better drawings than mine were. So again, what's our sense with our mouth? It's our sense of taste. Taste. We've also got an eye, and that helps us with our sense of sight. Our tongue helps us with our sense of taste again. Our nose, which sense do we use with our nose? We use our sense of smell. With our ear, we use our sense of hearing. And with our hand, we use our sense of touch. So what you've got to do is you have got to label these. If you want, you can draw pictures and then you can write the words. If you don't know how to spell them, that's okay, because we've got a word bank here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read them and I'm going to draw lines. But what you're going to do is, I'll show you. So I'm going to draw the eye. And then we're going to see which one says I. Oh, no, that one. Oh, here it is, I. So then underneath you would write the word I. Obviously a much better handwriting than I've done. So let's get started. Let's see if we can match them up. Oh, okay. So this was I, so we know that. So I'm going to match those two up. I'm going to choose a different colour for each one so it makes it easier to see. Right, this one. Oh, nose. So that one goes to there. Right, now this one. That just makes one sound, and the sound is ear. Ear. So like ear, here. So that one is ear. This one. Let's sound this one out. And. Oh, hand. This one. Let's sound this one out. Teeth. Teeth. Oh, that's right up the top, all the way around. And the last one must be this one. Tongue. So that one goes to there. Okay, so remember, I've just drawn lines, but I would like you to draw a picture of it and then see if you can write the word underneath. If you don't know the spelling, that's absolutely fine. You can use the word bank from here, so you can pause the video and you can use the word bank. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do next. So now this bit, what you have to do is you have to read the sentence and see which word fits in this gap. So you have to fill the gap. So our ears help us to hear. Right, now, is it our ears help us to hear here? Oh, that doesn't sound correct. Our ears help us to hear smell. No, that doesn't sound right. Our ears help us to hear music. Oh, that sounds right. Let's just check the last one just in case. Our ears help us to hear smoke. No. So the one you would put in is music, but you have to make sure that you write music on the line. They let us things like music and talking. So it's talking about, remember, our ears. Do our ears let us hear things like music and talking? See things like music and talking? Smell things like music and talking? Or sense? That one I'm going to see if you can do by yourself. Next one, as we feel, our something tells us what we feel like. Does our hair tell us what we feel like? Our nose, our skin, or our eyes? Remember, what do we use to feel things? Remember, we use our hands, but there's something all over our body which helps us to feel things. I'm going to let you do that one as well. We taste something using our tongue. We taste sounds using our tongue. We taste rough and smooth using our tongues. We taste food and drink using our tongues, or we taste books and films using our tongues. So remember, what you've got to do is you've got to write the word on the line. Okay, you've got to fill in the gaps. Let's see what we're going to do next. So next, what we have to do is we have to read the sentence and we have to circle the correct word. So it was very similar to last activity. What sense do we use to see the world? So what sense do we use to see? Do we use our hearing? No. Our taste? No. Our sight or touch? Ooh, we use our sight, don't we? So this one you can just circle the answer. Now, the next ones I'm going to read, but I'm going to see if you can answer the questions yourself. How many basic senses do humans have? Do we have 4? Do we have 7? Do we have 5? Or do we have 2? How many senses do we have? Let's go through them again. We've got sight, touch, hearing, smell, and taste. So how many do we have? Next one, what keeps us safe in the world? Does our sight keep us safe? Do all our senses keep us safe? Do hearing or taste? What do you think? That's a tricky one. Which sense tells us if our food has gone bad? So we're talking about eating. So which sense tells us if our food has gone bad? Does touch help us to see if food's gone bad? Does sight help us? Does taste help us? Or does hearing help us? Can we hear if the food's gone bad? Can we taste if the food's gone bad? Can we see if the food's gone bad? And can we touch if the food's gone bad? Now really, actually, although there is one correct answer, you could actually circle 2 in that one. Next one. What do our eyes help us to see? Does our eyes help us see music? Does it help us see talking? Does it help us see films? Or does it help us to see softness? So you can see me talking here, but you don't know what I'm saying. You're using your ears to hear it. So what do our eyes help us do? See? Music, talking, films, or softness? Which body part do humans use to taste food and drink? Do we use our ears to taste food and drink? Our eyes? Our hair? Or our tongue? What do we use? And the last question, what body part do humans use to hear music? Do we use our ears, our eyes, our nose, or our tongue? So have a go at those questions and I want to see your answers. Right, this is true or false. True means yes and false means no, okay? So true means yes, it's correct, and false means no, it isn't. So you have to read the sentences and put a tick in the correct box to show which sentences are true and which sentences are false. So, does sight help us to read? So if you're reading something, sight uses our eyes. Do you use your eyes to read? Yes or no? Yes, it's true, isn't it? So you would tick true. Sounds go into your mouth. Now, when I'm speaking now, you are hearing me. Did the sounds go into your mouth? No, they don't, do they? We use our ears. So you would tick false because it's not true. The rest of them, the next two I'm going to see if you can do by yourself. Humans can taste sugar, salt and sour tastes. Can we taste those things? Yes, true, or false, no. Last one. People use their ears to hear sirens and fire alarms. So yes, if you think that's true, tick true. And if you think it's false, if not true, then you tick false. Right, this one is find and copy. So for this one, I'm going to help you. I'm going to get my highlighter out. Read the sentences below, find and copy. Oh, look, 3 words that tell us how something feels. Okay? We feel touch with our skin. We can feel things like, smoothness and softness. They're 2 of the words. We can also feel things that are hot or painful. So there are actually 4 words in there. I've only highlighted 2, but you could highlight 4. And then what you're going to do is you're going to write the words in here. So you would write smoothness here. Oh, my handwriting is not very good. It's very hard to write on the computer with a mouse. There we go. And you could write softness. Like I said, there are actually 4 in there, and you only need to write 3. I've helped you with 2 of the answers. Okay? This is the same as last time. Read the sentence below and find and copy 3 things that you can this time hear. So we use our ears for hearing. They let us hear lots of things like music and talking. We can also hear sirens and fire alarms. So there, I've given you 2 things again, but there are actually 4 things in there. Okay, so you would write the answers on the lines for that one. Enjoyed the Reading Ninja today, and I've got one last thing to ask you. Do you think after today's lesson you are a reading ninja? Let's have a look. Ooh, here's our ninja. So every time we do this, you'll get better and better and better, and you'll be even a better ninja by the time you get to the end of it. So well done for today, and we'll see you next week. Bye.